Hi, and welcome to Exposing a Monster podcast. The next conversation I'm going to share with you took place on March 27th of 2017. This was a phone call where I was calling to check on our sons, and the other person that you hear in this phone call is Carl's mother, who was also very unstable, and you will hear this in other recorded conversations.
Your mama. He's right here.
Where's Carl?
He took Alex to the doctor, to the counselor.
Counselor. What counselor?
I don't know the name of the counselor. It's a new one. But anyway.
What new one? He's supposed to be letting me know about this. He's supposed to communicate with me about this.
Well, I'll tell him when he gets here. He should be here shortly. You want to talk to Kevin?
I want to know more about the counselor that he took Alex to.
Okay, do you want me to have him call you when he gets back then?
Okay, well, you need to tell me who he's taking him to.
I don't know.
What it's about.
I don't know.
Well, I don't believe that you don't know because you're living there.
Well, I don't know the new counselor's name because it's a new counselor.
Who is he taking him to? And when did this start?
Today.
He needs to tell me what is going on and why he's taking him.
Well, fine. I'll tell him to call you.
Both of you should be communicating with me because you're caring for Alex after school. So you are required to communicate with me, Bobbie.
You're being ridiculous. It's the first time that he's gone to the counselor, so I don't know.
I'm not being ridiculous. I have every right.
The name of the counselor because it's first time.
I have every right to question you about this because
Well, that's can, and I've given you the answers. I've told you
after school.
And I don't know because it's the first
time. You cannot handle taking care of him and you cannot handle communicating with me.
Can't handle
taking care of him.
Then don't talk to me.
Well, then you need someone else should be taking care of him after school.
Well,
obviously
you need
cannot handle
to be taking care of him.
You can't tell me not to talk to you because you're caring for my child after school. So you're going to have to deal with me whether you like it or not.
Well, you just talk to me in a decent tone of voice, and I will
talk. I am not talking to you in a bad
tone
of voice. I'm actually being very reasonable.
No, I don't.
Communicate with me about what's going on with Alex.
You're not being reasonable with me at all.
I am. I actually am. I have every right to question you about these things. And you are obligated to discuss it with me.
I've answered your question, so...
Why did he take Alex to a new counselor? How is Alex doing in school?
He's doing fine in school.
Well, something's not right. If he's doing fine in school, why is he taking him to a new counselor?
You talked to him about it yourself?
Well, I think that you also need to discuss these things with me if you were taking care of the kids, Bobbie.
Oh, and have it both ways. You know, you tell him that I'm not
taking care of the kids.
Bob.
Handle
now you're telling me that I have to talk to you about everything. Which way do you
communicate? Or you should not be approaching me. That is what you should not be doing, is approaching me.
You
for
should
any reason.
Put your son in a psych ward on Christmas either.
You have no say in any decisions I make regarding the
blood you were going to put into a psych ward on Christmas.
I do not have to explain anything to you. I don't have to discuss
anything. I don't care.
Or ask you for your permission on anything when it comes to making decisions for my kids.
Well, you'll pay for
every none of your business.
Done to hurt him, you're going to pay in the future. you will get payback.
I have not done anything to hurt my child. I would never hurt my child.
You've absolutely done that. I think trying to put him into psych ward 7 times hurts him.
I have not hurt him, Bobbie.
Oh, yes,
and
it has.
I think that you should be making accusations.
Oh, well, now do you want me to
lie?
or not? You tell Carl that I'm not supposed to be involved, and now you're telling me that I
You're
have
not supposed to be involved. You
to
should
be able to question. Well,
but if
which way do you want it? Which do you want it? Do you want me involved or you want me not involved?
Well, I don't think that you're speaking
You have to decide. You have a decision. Tell me one.
You don't have the right to change your faulty reality, and I do not have the right to change your faulty perception.
You're the one that puts your own flesh and blood in
and
a
I think that you need to stop attacking me.
Hate him, don't you?
Have any right whatsoever.
Hate own child. That's why you did
not
it.
have the right to approach me that day.
Oh, yes, I did.
I don't
Yes,
think
I
it's
did.
appropriate for you to speak to me this way in front of
You're
heaven.
just plain full. I had to let you know that I know you're
in an abusive manner in
Yeah.
front of my 2-year-old, Bobbie.
And the police.
I do not approve of
And
that.
the police said they nodded at us. Yeah, we know her. We know her. That's what they did when they were here. Why do you think they told you to leave him here? They know you.
I don't think what you're saying is appropriate. I don't think you have any idea what
So
you're talking
what
about.
you do is appropriate either. Think of that.
That you were saying
Seeing
in
Alex
front of
psych
Kevin
ward on
are not
Christmas,
appropriate.
very inappropriate.
So this was a conversation where my ex-mother-in-law, who likes to play house with the father of our children, her son, Carl Edward Anthony, because they have a strange mother-son relationship, to put it mildly, which is sickening. However, anyway, this conversation was about the fact that the father of our children, Carl Edward Anthony, was taking our son, who was 8 at the time, in 2017 to a therapist. Carl Edward Anthony has yet to provide stable psychiatric care for our son on a regular basis. Today, our son, who was 8 at the time, is 15, and our son, who was 2 at the time, is 9. And now, because of their father neglecting our 15-year-old psychiatric care, our 15-year-old wants his 9-year-old brother to die a slow and painful death. And this is while they're in the care of their father. And apparently there are people that think that Carl Edward Anthony is doing such a great job, and now the result of Carl Edward Anthony's excellent parenting is that our 15-year-old wants his 9-year-old brother to die a slow and painful death. And I was ordered supervised visitation, and what I would like to know is, how does the supervised visitation work with the Domestic Relations Office of Harris County? If one son wants the other son dead, does this mean that I would just go and visit our older son in supervised visitation? And how is that reasonable? I'm just trying to understand how that is considered acceptable. And the reason why our 15-year-old son, who was 8 at the time, had been hospitalized 7 times, well, the reason for that is because today our 15-year-old son wants his 9-year-old brother to die a slow and painful death. And also because at the time, Alex, our son, had a history of harming people at school, and now he is under an IEP, behavioral modification, where he is watched around the clock the entire day that he is in school, so that he does not harm any staff, and so that he does not harm any classmates that he is in school with on the campus of the high school that he attends. And once he completes high school, he is no longer under that behavioral modification IEP. What his father has done is jeopardize the future of both of our sons by not providing psychiatric care. And now the result of that is our 15-year-old wants his 9-year-old brother to die a slow and painful death. And Carl Edward Anthony has been reported many times by multiple sources to CPS, Child Protective Services in Harris County. And they have done nothing. And it's interesting that Bobbie Snow, Carl's mother, that he likes to play house with, would say that the Precinct 4 says that they know me. I would love to know, what does Precinct 4 know about me? Other than that I've advocated for the safety of our sons. And I have reported the fact that there has been abusive behavior in the home, and that Carl Edward Anthony has allowed predators around our sons. There has also been cases of domestic violence even before Carl and I divorced, where Carl was physical with me and I contacted law enforcement. And that is all I have for this episode. I will see you in the next episode.